So, Shady, you saw Jalen Hurts in person last week.
Yeah.
What do you need to see from him this week? What does he need to do, in large part, to quiet the noise? But what do you need to see personally?
See, I feel like sometimes when we talk about Jalen Hurts, because he's such a big-time player, right, and he's had so much success with the Eagles, that we're saying, hey, I need you to go out there and have 3 touchdowns and 300 yards. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if we play in a team like the Packers, right, let's use that for example before I get to my take, and they give us 3 turnovers, before the half and they miss a field goal, we should be more than 10-0 because we have the players.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Saquon Barkley, we need to go through him. Mm-hmm. He's the guy. But the other part is, we do got Jalen Hurts. He is a good quarterback. We do got A.J. Brown and Smitty. And my thing is, get them guys involved. We should have an offense, and I don't even like to compare us and the Lions, but we should be similar because we have the same type of talent on both sides. And my thing is,
not better.
Let's give better. No, because the defense plays well for the Eagles.
Offensively.
Let's give them a break. Yeah. We should be out there. If they get a stop, we should be able to score. I think what I need from Jalen Hurts is be efficient and get your other core wide receivers involved. There shouldn't be a game where A.J. Brown should have only 2 targets. He's one of the best in the league. Yeah. And it's not like, we're playing for stats. No, we're trying to win.
Yeah.
Imagine the type of pressure you put on the freaking Rams when the running game's working, Jalen Hurts is doing his thing, A.J.'s balling, and then Smitty's balling. Yeah. And then even Dallas is getting in the middle of that, getting some passes. How you going to guard us? How you going to beat us? Mm-hmm. The defense going to lock up. On offense, you can't. There's no weakness we have. That's all I'm saying, and that's all I want from Jalen Hurts. I don't want him to go out there and force nothing. Throw them 50-50 balls. Give A.J. a shot. There's no way in the world we should go in any game playing, especially in the playoffs, trying to get to the NC Championship game where A.J. Brown should only have 2 targets. Yeah. That should never happen. So the only thing I'm asking him to do is get your wide receivers involved, and let's be an all-around efficient offense.
You know what's crazy, Shady, is you played in Philadelphia, so you know how wild the Philadelphia fans are, and they can hear certain things.
That's true.
They ain't heard none of that from none of us. Nobody said he got to go out here and throw for 300. Nobody said he got to go out here and out-throw Matthew Stafford, out-throw Jordan. Nobody said that.
We don't want that.
All we saying is go out there and give the star players that you have an opportunity to make plays. When you were showing that tape and I seen that back shoulder to Mac Hollins, that is covered, man. And that's Mac Hollins. No. I'm being for real. Like, you got A.J. Brown and Smitty over here, man. Like, that's Mac Hollins. If you watch Mac Hollins' touchdowns, ain't none of them wide open. I'm thinking about all the touchdowns I caught in my career. A handful of them is wide open. Other than that, it's me making a play and Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre giving me an opportunity to go make a play. And Smitty and A.J. Brown do that better than me. Just give them dudes an opportunity. We are just saying play a solid game, and that means 200 yards passing and 1 or 2 touchdowns. And if you do that because you can use your legs too, if you do that, the Philadelphia Eagles will blow out a lot of football teams because they are built that way. Nobody's asking the all-pro quarterback to play at an all-pro level right now, and that's straight up. Nobody's asking that. We're asking you to be an all-pro quarterback and play at a Pro Bowl level because it's a lot more Pro Bowlers than it is all-pros, right? Play at a Pro Bowl level. We don't say we do not need the all-pro Jalen Hurts. We need the Pro Bowl Jalen Hurts, and that's it. Just give your guys some opportunities.
And real quick before Chase, I was thinking about as you was talking, the problem is, like, when he plays the way he played against the Packers, right, he had 37 yards in the third quarter. Now it makes everybody else have to do their job perfect. Mm-hmm. Now the defense can't get they can't let them go. You know what I mean? They can't get a break. Because if we do, it's like we're not putting no points up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
But if Jalen Hurts is not playing, like, super great, just playing good and efficient, now, we put more pressure on the other team. And I don't need the defense to play great. Or I don't need the offensive line to block perfect on every rundown because you got to get some yards from Saquon because the pass game is not working. You get what I'm saying? If everybody's just balanced, if Jalen Hurts is balanced, now it gives room for other people to get some slack. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, for me, like with Jalen Hurts, this year has been a struggle throwing the football at times. There's been some really, really good moments, and there's been some not so good moments. I think they only threw for 2,900 passing yards this year. He was hurt in some of those games, so he didn't get to play. So he didn't quite reach 3,000, which is fine. I don't need to see. We've never come on the show and said we need to see 350 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. But what I do need to see is keys that are outside your physical realm, if that makes sense. Like, for me, the checklist. I have a checklist, okay? Focus on yourself. Don't worry about anyone else's job on the offense. Like, you said it best. Go out there and perform. Okay, block the outside noise. That's hard because it's Philly. Like, whether you win or whether you lose, we're up here talking a certain way. Other talk shows are talking a certain way. Your teammates might be, like, all this stuff, it does not matter. This is the playoffs, dog. It's win or go home. And then, like, I guess the physical realm of stuff will be give your guys a chance on these 50-50 balls. But I wanted to do some deeper digging, and we all come up here and we say, hey, Jalen Hurts is a winner, right? Like, that does not need to be debated. He wins. So
what he does do.
His career in the playoffs, I wanted to go a deeper dive in the playoffs because this is not regular season. I want you to take a look at the columns. He's 3-3 right now in the playoffs in his career. Look at the losses, pass attempts per game on the right column, okay, just right column only. 39 pass attempts a game. Passing yards a game, 271. That's a lot, okay? Rushing yards a game, 38. Total touchdowns, 6. But go to the wins. This is the stat to the left that's mind-boggling to me, and I want to keep this graphic here just to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. They're averaging 23 pass attempts a game in his playoff wins. That is a true number underneath that, passing yards per game. In his 3 wins in the playoffs, they are averaging 135 passing yards a game. So in reality, all you need to do is go out there and play the plan that is presented from your offensive coordinator. In wins, you are throwing for half the amount of yards. It does not matter stat-wise what it looks. I don't care. Find a way to make plays with your legs. Find a way to go out there and win the game. In 3 playoff wins, you are averaging 135 passing yards per game. So what? Go do what it takes to win the game. That's what I see. I thought that was fascinating to me because we want, this 250 yards this and 250. No, just go out there, play the game.
Here's my question for y'all. Shady, you were at the game, so you know this just as well as James knows this. What do y'all think it will take to win the game? Chase, you made a bold claim here yesterday. Not that bold. You said Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts' 3 wins are against Daniel Jones. They're against no Brock Purdy because Brock Purdy got hurt, so Christian McCaffrey essentially started that game at quarterback, obviously being facetious. I think there's another quarterback in there, last name Johnson, Josh Johnson, and against Jordan Love. Jordan Love in his 3rd career playoff start. Now you're playing against Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, I think, Chase, you suggested one of the best quarterbacks of the generation.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford has been all-world since he was in high school at Highland Park, to college at Georgia, to the NFL at Detroit, and now with the Rams. What do you think, Shady, it will take from Jalen Hurts? Because I think Stafford can apply enough pressure. Again, for those that recall, it was a 1-touchdown game in the 3rd quarter when they met week 12 until the doors were blown open. What will it take from Jalen Hurts?
Just to be good. Not great, just to be good. I think our team is so good, man. Our roster is so strong that he doesn't have to go out there and try to save the day, right? I think in Stafford's case, though, he has to. Because it's going to be hard to stop our offense, right? If we play, that's one thing. If we play on all cylinders, we're so good. We don't need Jalen Hurts to go out there and throw for 300 yards or throw 30 passes. We don't need it. We need to feed Saquon Barkley, and the plays that AJ's dial them up for him. 6, 7, 8 targets, whatever it may be. Smitty the same way. 7 targets, whatever it may be. And now let them dudes react. Defense reacts to what the offense does. How the hell are you going to stop us when we all clicking on all cylinders? Now, when you hear this take, when you ask that question, you might say, hey, well, we need Jalen Hurts to go out there and do better than Stafford. We don't need that. Our team is too good. Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Make the plays that's given to you, right? Nothing special. Just make the plays that's given to you, presented to you. And let's run through the running back. That's all.
Yeah, see, for me, and that's why, we play this game, Chase, and I understand the Eagles fans is on your head and all that type of stuff, and you want to come out with some good graphics. But that's why I hate the numbers. Because if you don't turn the ball over in the Super Bowl, you win that game throwing for a lot of yards, too, the way you played that game. If you don't fumble that ball for a touchdown, you win that football game. And it sucks because you was going up against Patrick Mahomes, right? Then you play the Bucs. They somehow found a way to score. So when I'm looking at them numbers is if an offense finds a way to score, you're losing those games. Yeah. We are saying score when your defense is balling out, too. You're not scoring when your defense is balling out and stopping other teams from scoring, and you can blow people out. You're going to have more passing yards. If Jordan Love would have came out there and Jordan Love would have played well and he would have scored points, that game is different. He would have had to throw the ball more, so his numbers would have looked a little better. We are saying when your defense is elite and they keep creating turnovers to get you the ball, we just want you to play average. That's all we saying.
Question for my offensive minds here at the desk, though, because what I would believe would be a smarter decision is I'm allowed to be more conservative if I have a stingier defense. If I have a more loose defense, I have to be more aggressive. Think Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions defense is terrible right now, in large part due to injuries. They got to go for it on fourth down. Goff has to take risks. Offensive coordinator, you have to drop wild and erratic plays. But the Eagles have such a good defense. Jalen Hurts, I know you might not score, but protect the ball. Meaning, Jalen Hurts, James Jones has 158 consecutive playoff passes, I think 7th longest streak in the history of the NFL without a turnover. Because the Eagles' defense is so good, couldn't you suggest Shady, Chase, James, viewers at home, hey, you know what, Jalen? Don't throw the 50-50 balls because there's a 50% chance it could get picked. Couldn't you suggest, like, hey, the defense is so good, don't lose the game.
But this is all I'm saying, Acho.
Why have A.J. Brown then? Why even have him on a team thinking like that?
But not only that,
pay him that much. Bro, and you say that, right? But get some respect to who he is. It ain't about the numbers. It's about what's the greater chance for us to win. Do you think we have a better chance to win if A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, and Smitty is involved in the game?
But let me ask you this.
Can I say this really quick, though, Acho?
Go ahead.
You asked a really good question. In the Super Bowl, was any of them throws wide open?
No.
Jalen Hurts made some great throws in that Super Bowl, and he gave Dallas Goedert and A.J. Brown opportunities to go make a play. And hold on real quick. The name of the game offensively, this is how we are offensively when we game planning for y'all. How can we get into one-on-one situations?
Right, the matchup.
It's not wide open. How can we create one-on-one situations with our players? And we believe our players are better than you, and if we can create one-on-one situations, we're going to give you a chance. All we're saying is in one-on-one situations, give them a chance to go make a play. It ain't got to be dialed up and be wide open. Give them a chance to go make a play.
He had to let it loose against the Super Bowl Chiefs because the Chiefs put up 38 points. I think the dilemma, what I'm hearing, at least from Shady in large part, Chase, is this. You want to play the hand you wish you had instead of the hand you're dealt. They got A.J. Brown. Congratulations. You got Devontae Smith. Why are you paying him so much money? Nobody knew Zach Bond would be this good. Nobody knew Quinyon Mitchell would be this good. Nobody knew Cooper DeJean would be this good. The Eagles' defense was not supposed to be the #1 defense in football. Vic Fangio got run out of Miami with the Dolphins after 1 year. Quinyon Mitchell was a back half first-round pick. Cooper DeJean was a second-round DB who aesthetically doesn't look like the top DBs in football. Nobody knew Zach Bond, an outside backer, would be an all-pro, potentially defensive player of the year, inside backer. So now that you have this roster, Chase, I'm suggesting, can't you just play the hand that you're dealt?
I mean, that's what he's doing. That's why he's throwing for 2,900 yards.
Yes.
Like Jalen Hurts has never been a risk taker.
Yes.
Which is fine. That's who he is as a player. He doesn't feel comfortable at times putting the ball in harm's way. I'm good with that. I think this year he has an innate ability to actually figure out when to press
and when not to.
And I'm good with that. But at times, when he has needed to press, he hasn't pressed.
When? Give me the time, because it hasn't cost him. Give me the time.
Maybe the Carolina game, it should have cost him.
It should have. It didn't cost him.
The defense they got
Leggett dropped the ball. Leggett dropped the ball that could have won the game.
There's certain times, the Carolina Panthers, bruh, okay? There's certain times a year where he hasn't had to push, and he hasn't done it, okay? And that's fine. There will be a time in the playoffs when he feels like the game is on the line where he's going to have to press the ball down the field. And it'll show. But I can't knock him for all the stuff that so this, so that. It's one of the better skills, I think, it's what makes Jalen Hurts at times a winner, because he doesn't turn the football over. He knows how to win these certain type of games.
I hate when y'all acting like, so it's like you're saying he's not turning the ball over because he's not throwing it.
I don't even think, I don't even think that. I just think he doesn't put the ball in harm's way.
Yeah, but every pass you take is not like in harm's way. Every pass you take is like, oh my God, it could be picked.
Totally agree.
There's some plays where it's designed where it's going to be
totally open. Agree. And stuff is open.
And
he's not letting
another
it go.
thing is like, yo, our roster is so dominant where our line's better than your defensive line. Our wide receivers are better than your cornerbacks. Almost every team in the playoffs is going to be like that. So you telling me not to throw it because the defense is playing well, and why even take the risk?
I just say he's never been a risk taker in his career.
This is football, yo. This is football. And you go into matchups, and if the matchup is better than our wide receivers better than your cornerbacks, why are we not throwing the ball? Because y'all saying we're going to win this game if we just play safe?
Y'all play.
I know, but you talking like we got a rookie at quarterback, and we don't.
No, you don't. But
we have
this
a really
this
good
is who Jalen Hurts has always been.
I understand that, man, but there's
It's
some,
not like
I played.
This is a hard conversation to have, y'all.
I played football.
Because hold on, like the way we've been taught to play this game in the league, in college, we go into matchups. Our team's better than your team. Why not? It's okay for him to throw the ball. Yeah, make it like because he can throw a pick. Let's not throw it because our defense is good. We're winning the game. What? There's a way of winning the game, and there's a way of dominating and winning the game.
Doesn't matter, Shay. You got 2 Super Bowls. It doesn't matter how much you win by.
Because in football, right, I don't care how great you are, everybody has bad days. There's times where Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, right? And we put points up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020. But when we played the Packers, the defense carried us. He threw picks.
Yeah.
He threw picks.
Yeah, a lot of them. 3 of them, I think.
Defense held us down, okay? We go to the championship game against the Chiefs. He balls. You get what I'm saying? We a team. And yes, we had the better roster. All I'm saying is, I'm not asking Jalen Hurts to be great or phenomenal. I'm not asking him to do that. Just be solid and efficient and get our wide receivers involved because we can really win this game by a controlled type of...
I mean, fortunately for you guys are a much better team this year than you ever have been with Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts has not had to do that yet because you guys are just winning because of your defense. There will be a time in these playoffs where you will need Jalen Hurts to win the football game. Mark my word. It might be this weekend. It might be in the NFC Championship game. It might be in the Super Bowl. You will need your starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Or you might not.
You will, though.
It's crazy that way.
No. Are we talking about the Trent Dilfer Ravens, dog? That's the only one.
The Denver Broncos.
Need a quarterback,
Peyton Manning, they didn't need him, big dog.
Still Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but they didn't need. He had 17 interceptions, 9 touchdowns that year. They didn't need him. I want to believe you, and because what I'm suggesting is like. You might not. I'm not saying you're wrong because I want to believe y'all. I'm loving this conversation because I'm hearing every aspect of it.
Why even get to that point, though? Why even get to that point? Like, we all have a job if you do your job efficiently. I ain't saying I'll do your job great. I ain't saying I'll do your job at elite level. Let's do it good. And that way, now the defense, because you talk about pressure. Pressure's real. Pressure's real. And we do have a young defense. Even though they're good, they are young. And let's say they have a bad game. Acho, you got to help me out and carry my load. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no reason why we can't do it. See, if we couldn't do it, that'd be an issue. But I've seen Jalen Hurts do it. I've seen him over and over again. So my thing is, there's no way you can have a 2,000-yard rusher and we can't throw the ball. Think of how that sounds. This ain't. What's the dude for the Ravens? The old back in the day, the ran ball.
Trent Dilfer.
This ain't Trent Dilfer back there, quarterback. This ain't him. It's not him. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. Listen, the Rams and the Detroit Lions, right? That's the last teams left, or maybe the Commanders.
They can score.
They can score points.
Yeah.
Saquon's going to do his thing. If we get our wide receivers doing their thing with Jalen Hurts, nobody can touch us, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because now the way you're going about it, it's going to be a nail biter every game. I don't like nail biters. I hate them. You get what I'm saying?
And not only that, I played with arguably the greatest not risk taker in the game.
Yeah, he does.
In Aaron Rodgers. He don't throw no picks.
He takes sacks instead.
And he's an excellent thrower to football and giving you an opportunity to go make a play in one-on-one coverage, man. You have 2 really good wide receivers. Give these dudes an opportunity to go make a play. It's not a huge risk because you're throwing the ball, too. You're going to put it in places to where these boys can go get it, and the DB can't go get it, even if it's one-on-one coverage. We sound crazy in here talking like this dude don't got to play at a higher level. We sound crazy. We talking about a quarterback that your job is to throw, and he ain't throwing. And we acting like it's cool. And I understand the outliers, the Peyton Mannings did it once with a good defense. It don't happen like that all the time, Acho. It don't. It happens more consistently the other way when the quarterback is playing good. You understand what I'm saying? The only reason why he ain't getting killed right now is they winning. And they not winning because of him. They winning because of Saquon and the defense, because Smitty and them ain't helping. Because he ain't letting them help. So they're not winning because of him, but we praising him and we trying to give him all this credit for winning, and it's not because of you.
But they're not losing because of him. I would suggest Baker Mayfield is the reason that the Bucs lost that Commanders game. Fumbled snap, turn of the game. 2. Jordan Love was the reason that the Packers lost that Eagles game. So I'm just going through the games right now.
They don't have what he got, Acho.
Look at the team they got.
All I'm saying is this. And again, I'm just making the conversation. All I'm suggesting is this. Is like, y'all telling them to go win it. But he's not losing. We're
not saying go win it. We're not saying that. I'm just saying, yo, we don't have to bite our nails because we got a better team. Listen, imagine if the defense plays well like they've been playing. and on offense, we're throwing the ball a lot better.
Yeah.
A little better. Not even a lot, a little better. You know how much pressure it is on the other team? What you gonna do with this? The game gonna be over by the third quarter. What are you gonna do with this? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
we could talk
You're not
20
wrong.
more
Hey, you and Chase do know we talking about an all-pro player, right? No, I'm asking a serious question because y'all
2022.
talking about him like he's not an all-pro player.
thing.
Y'all ask,
He's good,
you understand
bro.
what I'm
He's a good
saying? Like, we
quarterback.
talking about him like, go out here and play like Bryce Young or somebody. This is an all-pro player. Do you understand what we're asking an all-pro player to throw?
Coming out of my mouth.
We talking about a $255 million quarterback. That's what he is.
You're right, Coleman. Let's get to it.
He can
man.
play. He's a good player.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.